Alright, what is going on, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Under the Rim podcast. Man, I give it a week, and of course, crazy shit is already happening in the NBA. It's already blowing up. Let's start with Lowry first of all. Before I get into the whole Brooklyn Nets debacle of them signing basically the Justice League again, signing everyone under the sun, you know. But first, I'm surprised Lowry is he's still a Raptor. I'm from Toronto, and Lowry is basically a Toronto legend, Toronto Raptors legend. He is arguably the greatest Raptor of all time. He's been here the longest, got the rings, he's loyal. And I'm surprised that he's still a Raptor, to be honest with you, because I generally thought, not even that pure saying he was going to get traded, I generally thought they were moving in a more of a rebuild direction, and Lowry is not part of that, especially with teams kind of needing him. And the Lowry disrespect is kind of insane. I make jokes with my friends all the time about Lowry being trash, but like he's really not. If you look at it, Lowry really isn't that garbage. Like he's not. He's really good. For a point guard and at his age, he's been playing really well. And for these teams to be sending out these ridiculous offers of not trading Talon Horton Tucker, Lakers, I'm on you with that one, or riveting Tyler Hero as a god, or sending out these low-balling underrated packages or overrated packages for him, and just low-balling the shit out of the Raptors for Lowry. It is disrespectful. And the fact that if the Lakers got Kyle Lowry, and I guarantee you they could clear some space for Drummond, right? They got Kyle Lowry and they got Drummond, they would definitely be, their chances of repeating would go up significantly. I don't think you guys understand how good Kyle Lowry is a player. I think you guys should go look up the stats for yourself and go check that out. I'm not talking MVP, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving caliber, but this man, he can shoot, he can pass, and he can defend. What more do you want from that? Take off the load of LeBron a little bit. Help AD out, scoring option when you need to. Have someone like Dennis Schroeder. I don't know if they're a trade Dennis Schroeder, but I'm sure you can sign a random. Have solid options coming off the bench too, bro. And then Miami. Imagine you got Lowry. What was it? Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Dragic, Jimmy Butler, Bam. And if they could have signed LA. Like, imagine how nice that team would have been. Same with the 76ers. You guys ain't going shitware, all right? You guys aren't going shitware now that the Nets are stacked, okay? You guys really could have used Lowry. Y'all don't have the mental toughness, I don't think. The 76ers, after what they did to Jimmy Butler, told me all I needed to know about the 76ers, all right? How they treated this man and how they cast him out immediately and gave a max to Tobias Harris, all right? That told me all I needed to know already about the 76ers, because it doesn't look like they're serious to me. They're not serious. Like, honest to God, they're not serious to me. But, like, it's crazy to me, because I'm telling my friends, it's crazy to me that Lowry's still a Raptor. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean people should be, if he's on the trade market and you are a win, and people are saying, oh, I don't want to give up Talon Horton Tucker, he's the future. The Lakers are a win now. We are in this season to win now. We have traded away Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball to win now. We want to repeat. We want to win now this season. Talon Horton Tucker isn't as good as everyone thinks he is, and that's coming from a Lakers fan. That's coming from a man who's been watching the Lakers all this season and looked how this team has been playing. Talon Horton Tucker is not that good. I'm telling y'all right now. He's solid, but he's no Kyle Lowry. Okay, Kyle Lowry can bring something. He can bring more experience, better chemistry, shooting. And he'll be the starting point guard immediately. But we don't want to give up THT? I don't know, bro. I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that. At least the Lakers managed to get Drummond. That is the one silver lining I'm seeing here. The Lakers managed to get Drummond. Before I get into that, I just want to talk about the Nets real quick. The Nets, they signed Blake Griffin. I told y'all this man is catching lobs and dunks. What did I tell you guys? Go back in my last podcast. What the hell did I tell y'all? He's throwing dimes and shit too, catching lobs, throwing down dunks. I told y'all. He played y'all, and y'all were calling this man trash. And I told you guys that this isn't. What did I tell you guys, bro? This is what I'm saying, and everyone was like, "Nah, why would he do that? Why would he sabotage it?" For the simple reason of he wants to play on a contender. Now they got LA, and people are saying LA and Blake are kind of washed. They won't be as crazy as we think we are. But I don't know. We'll see. Do I think that puts them over the edge? Yeah. The Nets are definitely going to the finals after this one. They are definitely, if they do not touch finals, I I don't even know what to say. Like, I want to be on NBA Twitter for that day. If the Nets don't touch finals this season, it's a waste. It's a waste. It is a waste of a season. Like, it is like the Lakers last season. It is finals or bust. It is title or bust for them. And the Lakers need to come back healthy. I think with Drummond, they can actually compete with the Nets now. Because we got the scoring, we got the defense. If they had Lowry, I would like the chances even better. But LeBron got to come back healthy, which I think he will. Which I'm knock on wood. I think AD will come back even better. I don't think they should have played AD in the beginning when he did get injured. If he says his Achilles is sore or whatever is sore, you don't play him. You rest him up for a little bit, rest him up for a couple of days. You're going to be in the playoffs anyways. Who cares? It's the same destination. You're going to the same place. Doesn't matter what seeding you are. You know how good of a team you are. Honestly, if you don't believe me, look at LeBron in 2018. Like, this man was going crazy. And then now you have a starting lineup of Dennis Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Drummond. Do I think Drummond is some god who will help dominate the scoring and everything? No, I don't. I'm not overhyping Drummond like a lot of these guys are. I know what Drummond does. I had this guy on fantasy for like the last couple of years. I've seen this guy's stats. He will give you a solid 10 points and like 20 rebounds or something like that. That's what we need him to do. We need him to take the pressure off AD, because we can't keep slapping AD into the center spot. All right, he needs to take the pressure off AD and have AD go to work while he catches the boards. All you need to do is just play some solid defense and catch the boards, all right, and catch lobs. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be posting up. You don't need to be playing like Hakeem. You don't need to be playing like Shaq. Just play your role, and we're good. Catch some lobs, catch some boards, and you're good. Play some defense here and there. Help slow down Embiid. Help slow down the bigs, because they're going to have Blake Griffin, Aldridge, Durant coming at you, all right? So you're going to need to help suffocate that paint for when Harden and Kyrie try to break the paint. Our perimeter defense, we can fix that. We can fix that, all right? We can get our perimeter defense is pretty nice. So it's just up to Drummond right now. I think Drummond's like the X factor of this team. Not that he's going to dominate scoring wise, but it's how he impacts his team with how he plays his role. You know what I'm saying? If he can play his role to the best of his ability and grab like 10, 15 boards, maybe even more than that a night, you're good. You're solid. I don't even know how much they signed this man for. And I think the Lakers could have a solid chance of repeating as long as everyone comes back healthy. And then when I see people like Gordon getting traded to the Nuggets, that's not anything for me. Honestly, Aaron Gordon is one of the most inconsistent players I've seen. Like, he will put up 30 points or 20 points out of one day and then just do nothing the next, right? He's here and there. He's not going to be all he's like is like he's kind of like a worse prime Blake Griffin, if you know what I'm saying. He's not as good as prime Blake Griffin was, but he's not trash either. He's kind of just up and down. He's actually really inconsistent. So do I think he's gonna have an impact on the Nuggets? Maybe, unless he has some breakout role like Jamal Murray. I don't see that going anywhere. The Rockets got finessed out of their shoes. The Rockets gave up Oladipo for a bag of chips. Literally a bag of chips. You could have had, I think it was Levert from the I forget who they traded for. It was, I forget who was on the Nets, but he's going off on the Pacers right now. You traded that, and then you got Oladipo from the Pacers, and then you traded Oladipo for just some randoms. What are you doing? What are you doing, Rockets? I think it's officially time to enter rebuild mode. Trade John Wall, trade DeMarcus. It's rebuild mode time. I don't care. The Rockets, what the hell are you doing? And then you have OKC with damn near 34 picks for the next few years, so they're good. They're blessed. They are blessed. They finessed the Clippers out of their damn shoes for Paul George, right? Because I don't think the Clippers are going anywhere past the second round this year. Okay, they don't scare me. I think the Suns could probably take them out. Honestly, if they play really well, I think the Suns can match up well against the Clippers, honestly. Unless they go something crazy, because they've been really quiet this season. They've been really quiet. They haven't been talking shit. They haven't been acting up like they were last season, because I feel like they were just so embarrassed to lose 3-1 like that to the Nuggets of all people. So they're trying to. This is their comeback season, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't like the only teams I can see making it out the West are like the Lakers, maybe the Nuggets, and that's really like pretty much it. I feel like the Lakers are dominating the West. I feel like that's when they're healthy, no one is touching them. And now you have this super team in Brooklyn in the East. I don't think. Here's my thing about Brooklyn. If Durant isn't healthy, because I think Durant is the biggest key in this team. If he isn't healthy, or knock on wood, something happens to Durant and he can't play in the playoffs, I think anybody has a shot at taking out this team. I think the Nets, no, I think the 76ers, maybe. Like, I said, I don't think they're serious about winning. If they play like how Embiid was playing, Simmons plays nice, maybe, but I don't know. I think the Bucks could take them out. I think Miami has a real shot at taking them out. If the Raptors were a little bit better, they could have went further, but I don't know. I feel like the Raptors are like a second round exit. But I think the Bucks, Miami, maybe the 76ers could take them out if Durant isn't playing. Because if Durant is playing, it's game over. It's game over in the East. Y'all don't know. It is a GG no re. This man Durant, the last time he was on the playoffs before he went down, he scored 12 points in 12 minutes and didn't miss a shot. This guy was cash moneying it. Like, there's a reason why his name is Easy Money Sniper. He was not missing. All right, I think everyone forgets how dangerous this man Kevin Durant is. Honestly, y'all need to know why they call this man the Slim Reaper. He's dangerous. He's probably the heart. He came to that team, and like, as much as I want to bag on this man and say he can't win without a super team, it's not his fault. Generally, it's not his fault, because he came with Kyrie, and I thought it was all well. You got that him and Kyrie, and you got the Nets. I think it was looking nice. And then you added Harden on, and then you added Blake on, and then you added LA on, and it's like a lot of people are going to give him shit. And I think this takes him out of the GOAT convo potentially, to be honest with you. Because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he played with Marcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, Harden, Kyrie, all on the same team. Like, how is he ever not going to win a ring, if they do win the ring? So I feel like even though it's not his fault, this does hinder his GOAT chances a lot. Like, if he wants to be up there with Mike, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, all those guys, in that type of conversation, because right now we all know him as one of the best scorers of all time, but we don't talk about him with Jordan, like, he's not in the Jordan discussion. And I think this kind of knocks him out of the way. And you can disagree with me, but it's like, what people are going to say. What people are going to say. No one's even going to take you seriously, because they're going to be like, yo, he went to a stack 73-9 team, won with that, and then he's going to this team right now. And it's not that he went with Kyrie. That's not what bugs me. It's that you're pairing all these other stars with him, and you're stacking it so hard, right? So, because at the beginning, when he signed with Kyrie in the Nets, no one was complaining. If you're complaining about that, something's wrong with you, because it was a duo. You had multiple duos in the NBA, and it was really like, who is gonna win? Like, the NBA had so many different teams that you thought could have won it that year, that could have took it. And now it's back to we can predict who's basically going there. It's gonna be Nets versus Lakers. So I don't know. I like to see parity in the NBA. I like to see. That could have been one of the best seasons if COVID didn't come in and ruin it. It could have been one of the best seasons we watched, one of the best, because everybody had a shot. The Nuggets, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Raptors, like Miami, the Bucks, the 76ers, all of those guys were going crazy. The Mavs, like, all these teams. And then COVID came in, delayed the season, and only certain teams got to go. Some teams just straight up didn't want. Like, some players didn't go. Like, we missed a whole bunch of games. Like, a lot of chemistries on and off. And who knows? That could have been one of the best seasons ever. But what am I thinking right now? I think, honestly, Harden might win the MVP just because of the numbers he's putting up. Do I think he should? Do I think he should win it? Like, if I'm not talking about numbers, because he probably will win. Do I think he should? No, I don't think you should give up on a team like that and get traded and win the MVP. But like, that's just narrative of talking. His stats say that he should win the MVP, so I'm going with Harden. If LeBron didn't get injured, I would have gave it to LeBron as my MVP. Still, because Embiid's out, LeBron's out now. So I guess it's really between Harden and Jokic. And that's really where I'm going to end it off right there, because it's getting crazy. The playoffs are coming. LeBron's out for, I think, 4 to 6 more weeks. Anthony Davis is about to return. So we're going to see how this team gels. I feel like they're going to go on a little losing streak just because you have these new pieces with Drummond and such, and like Anthony Davis got to gel again. Same thing with LeBron. You got to get a feel out and just. But I think they'll figure it out by the playoffs. I think by whoever seed they verse, they'll knock them out and then just keep on going, you know? So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I will be out with new podcasts every Monday, hopefully. I do stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 10 to 12. Or even earlier. You can look on my Twitter for updates. I update on my Instagram too anytime I go live, so keep on notifications. My Twitch, is They Call Me Mythic. You can check him at the link in the bio if you're watching on YouTube, or you can just search up on Twitter at I Am Mythic. Even on Instagram, They Call Me Mythic too. That's where all you will find updates about the podcast, about my YouTube, Twitch, anything you want to know. You can ask me questions on there. Same thing with TikTok. Starting to make some clips that I can't really upload on my YouTube channel because they're only like subtle thoughts here and there, so you can check that out too. And I will see you guys next week.